Gizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you could tap in or you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. And Dwayne Wade, you are the topic of discussion, my G. Dwayne Wade, you are the topic of discussion, my G. So let's get right into it. And first and foremost, I'm never going to tell anybody how to raise their children. You know what I'm saying? You never tell anybody how to raise their child, but it definitely takes a village. You ever heard that saying? It takes a village. So when you see something, you say something. Yeah, don't be afraid. When you see something, you say something. And I gotta speak on this. Dwayne Wade is not standing on grown man business. He is not standing on grown man business. And I mean, it's sad to see. I mean, it's extremely sad to see. Now, over the weekend, you know, Easter just passed and everybody's posting the Easter pictures, the family gatherings. Feels good. And I run across a picture of Dwayne Wade's 14-year-old son at an Easter gathering, lip to lip with another young boy that has to be 14 or 15 as well. Literally kissing in the mouth. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, I was taken back. I can't lie. I was taken back for a moment. I had to, you know, sit back. I had to stop. I had to, you know, take that in, comprehend what I was seeing before I could speak on it. And, you know, it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you scratching the surface. It's always deeper than rap when you scratching the surface. And I got to say, man, Dwayne Wade is not standing on grown man business. You understand? And that's why it's still a lane for the real. It's still a lane for the real because there's so many, you know what I'm saying, men like Dwayne Wade that have fallen short, that has lost touch of what grown man business is. It's bigger than money. You understand what I'm saying? It's bigger than your status. It's bigger than NBA championships. It's so much bigger. It's so much more meaningful when you say grown man business. And Dwayne Wade is a prime example of a full-grown black male that's not standing on grown man business. It just is what it is, and it'll be what it has to be. It is what it is, and it'll be what it has to be. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. We coming from multiple different angles. And that leads me and segues me into my first angle, my G. My first angle. And that's just the age of these young males, these young boys that were kissing mouth to mouth in that photograph. The age. Now, it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you scratching the surface. But it is what it is, and we gonna scratch the surface. Fish, you understand what I'm saying? We definitely scratching the surface. Now, Dwayne Wade's son is 14 years old. The little boy that was kissing him in the mouth, I'm sure was 14 as well. When did it become cool for 14-year-old boys to kiss in the mouth and be like photographed doing it and uploaded and sent to social media as well? When did this become cool? When did this become okay? You understand? Now maybe I'm thinking too far out the box, but let me switch it around. Let's just say it was a 13 or 14-year-old little girl and a 13 or 14-year-old little boy that was kissing in the mouth like that. Would it be okay? You know, I think the whole social media world would be in an uproar at the fact that these young kids kissing on the face, kissing each other. And I feel like when it comes to kids, it doesn't matter what your preference is. It doesn't matter what you think you are at the time because your brain is far from being fully developed. So you're gonna make some irrational decisions. You're gonna do some things that you need some adults to line you up with. Some grown man business to give you some structure, some guidance. And kissing at the age of 14, two little boys, is a no-no. It is an absolute no-go. I'm just shocked that there's no other athlete speaking out that there's no other celebrity saying, hey, maybe you guys are going a little bit too far. You understand what I'm saying? These are children. These are babies. And I'm not going to stay on this long because like I said before, I'm not going to tell anybody how to raise their children. But when you see something, you say something. It takes a village. And having that little boy kissing that other little boy at the age of 14, the way they was is unacceptable. It just is what it is. It is what it is, and it'll be exactly what it's going to be. You feel what I'm saying? It gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you're scratching the surface. But, you know, he's 14. He is a minor. You gotta be able to see through the smoke and mirrors, man, of what's going on right in front of your face. These are children. Why would that be like, why would someone take a photo of that and, you know, make the effort to upload it to social media? Because the higher ups and elites. Yeah, the higher ups and elites, these are proposals. You understand what I'm saying? And it might sound crazy to y'all, but to the people that are involved, that play the game, they looking at it like, wow, this nigga know it. How does he know? Because it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. When you have 14-year-old boys kissing on the mouth. Come on, Wade, you out of pocket, my G. Totally out of pocket. But it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. And that leads me and segues me into my second angle. That leads me and segues me into my second angle. And that's just the fact of the matter that this is the example being set for the youth. This is how you change the world. When people say, how do you make change? How do you change, you know, the situations and everything that's set up, the systematic, everything? How do you change it? The way you change it is by influencing the youth. Hey, listen, man, I know it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, but I'm gonna help you see through it. Don't let this go over your head. Try to overstand. You plant seeds in the minds of the youth. Once you do that, the youth will follow suit, and they will be next up to change the world. So when you see these things and you say, man, that's outrageous. Like, these are children. When did it become cool for children to be involved in sexual contact with each other and everything else that's coming with it? It's because if you influence the youngins, to make these moves, then the world will shift in that way. And you got to think, they're using the youth. They're using the children to influence the children. It gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you're scratching the surface. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You understand? And you just, you know, when you looking onto the highest scale of things, when you're looking at it from a grown man business TV perspective, you can see very clearly. A blind man could see clear as day just why this photo was uploaded, why the action took place, and why the world got a chance to see it. Because not only us as adults, but the majority of the youth will be influenced in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. You understand? They're priming this young boy to be the prototype, to be the example of what you could be if you want to change your, you know, if you want to shift what you are, if you want to, you know, join the LBG 123 ABC gang, the Rainbow Coalition. You could join at a young age. You can join actually now at 10, 11, 12 years old. And in Cali, your parents can't even do anything about it. It's deep, it's wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. Because you got to think back in the day when it was grown folk business going on, or they sent the babies and the children to the room. Hey, it's this grown folk business down here, baby. You got to go upstairs to your room. Now they are involving the children. They are involving the babies. Yeah, and they are desensitizing you. Slowly but surely, you're getting used to seeing Yaya or Zaza, and it's becoming a normal thing. 14 years old. 14. You got to think to yourself, if that little boy is kissing that other little boy in the mouth at 14, imagine what he's already experienced in. Imagine what he's already done to feel comfortable being photographed, kissing a little boy on the mouth. It's deep, it's wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you scratching the surface. So you already know how we do have grown man business. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. We coming from multiple different angles, my G. And that leads me and segues to my third and final angle. My third and final angle, my G. And that's just, where's all the fellow athletes? Where are all the fellow... It's a reason. I know where they are, but I'm asking y'all, where are all the fellow athletes? Where are all the grown men that's still around? The celebrities. Why aren't they speaking out? Why aren't they saying, you know, what are you doing, Wade? Hey, my bro, my dog, let me holler. Why aren't they? Let me give you the answer for that. Because they don't want to be blackballed by the higher-ups and the elites. See, they don't want to lose the check that they're making by the higher-ups and elites. They don't want the Geppetto to cut the strings. You understand? Because when you're within the game, when you're within the matrix and you don't play ball, they cut the strings. You a puppet. You don't have no strings attached to you. You ain't got no control. You ain't got nobody controlling to cut them checks. You understand? A lot of people, the majority of them, understand that it's just smarter to be quiet. Smarter to act like you don't see it. You understand what I'm saying? And they've been doing that for years. Now, every now and then, you have a glitch in the system and you have somebody like a Muhammad Ali that'll speak up. You understand? And I mean speak for real on all issues. But, you know, Muhammad took that spirit with him. Muhammad took that spirit with him. Not one athlete has got that Muhammad Ali spirit in them. It's a little bit in Kyrie Irving. Salute to him. But I'm saying for the majority, they don't have it. They rather be quiet. They rather go along and get along. I mean, it is what it is. It'll be what it's going to be. But you would think to yourself that somebody would be like, yo, what in the fuck? Like, what are you doing, my dog? That's outrageous. That's out of pocket. I'm talking about publicly. You understand? That should be shamed. That should be shamed. And I'm not even going to make this alone, but I got to say this. You know, when children express themselves, they might want to start painting. They might want to start playing with paint. That doesn't mean they want to wear makeup because they're playing in paint. You know, they could be the next Picasso. They could be the next legendary great painter. But because they started playing in paint, you say they won't makeup on. You understand what I'm saying? We got to slow this down. We got to stop this at a whole. You got to slow it down and then you got to stop it as a whole. It's outrageous. It's outlandish. You understand what I'm saying? It's outlandish. And it just is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. But give the youth, give the youngins a chance to make their own decision. Let them grow up. Let their brains develop fully before they start making these irrational decisions. You understand? And it takes somebody with grown man business to stand on that and help guide them through. Help guide them through the smoke and mirrors that y'all setting up for them. I mean, it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. So you already know how we do here at Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottle. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We ain't sugarcoat nothing and we ain't dressing nothing up. Dwayne Wade, I'm giving it to you straight raw. Dwayne Wade, I'm giving it to you straight. And I just went line for line, bar for bar, play for play on how y'all got this little 14-year-old boy on camera kissing another little boy in the mouth. Dwayne Wade. It's outlandish, my G. Y'all know exactly what y'all are doing. Y'all are using him as an example, as a prototype to influence the youth, to influence the youth up that road that y'all on. But everybody ain't rocking with that, Wade. Everybody ain't on that. Everybody ain't on that, Wade. You need to get that under control. It takes a village. And when you see something, you say something. When you see something, you say something. And it is what it is. So you already know how we doing here at Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in or you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Dang.